Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another mod showcase. Hope you guys are having the most wonderful days. My name is Leaf, and it's so great for you guys to join me as we check out the latest mods on the Planet Zoo Nexus. As always, mods are not officially endorsed by Frontier. When you do mod, you kind of mod it at the risk of, maybe your game not opening up or getting a random crash, kind of like I've been having. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But if you follow my installation tutorial, check out the bug pages on each individual page. You guys should be just fine, just be able to play with your mods and stuff like that. Now, without further ado, let's get started. But before I do, I want to say I'm going very chill today. I've had a couple of performances today, and I don't really want to stress my voice out too much because I have another one tomorrow. So it's going to be a very chill mod showcase as we check out these latest animals. We're going to start off nice and easy with the Cape Porcupine. This one is made entirely by me. It is not exactly the most accurate version of a Cape Porcupine. I understand there's certain qualms with the specific Cape Porcupine that identifies it separately from the African Crested. However, I wanted to make this mod just so that we could have a porcupine that constantly has its front quills always erect. So it would always look like it's kind of filling up like that. I know a lot of people had some issues with the African Crested Porcupine where its quills were not always up. I just said, you know what, screw it, let's make one a little bit different. So obviously there's a few different things in here. I made that, obviously the model edits. I made the quills just a little bit bigger, a little bit longer, and I also made the skin a bit darker and a bit more contrasted so that you get a lot more intense whites and blacks, and it looks very cool. Obviously, this is going to require the latest Arid Animal Pack for it to be able to function. I am not in the market for giving away free DLC animals to anyone. So you guys can check that out if you guys want a new, different porcupine. Now, as we kind of continue along over here, this was a Sandcat enclosure. The Sandcat currently has a bug in my game, at least, where it crashes randomly. I'm not sure why, but eventually we could check that out later. Maybe in the next 2 weeks. I forgot to decorate this enclosure. Oh no. Oh well, this is the star of the show anyways. This is the direwolf. Now, any Game of Thrones fans out there might be saying that does not look anything like the direwolf in the show. That's because the direwolves in Game of Thrones are not actually paleontologically accurate. They're more kind of like, their own version of what it would look like. However, Gaboy and I believe Giorno have set out to create like a really gorgeous, beautiful looking, accurate recreation of this very puzzling animal. In case if you guys are not aware, this specific canine is probably one of the most common animal bones that you can find in the La Brea tar pits, as well as other tar pits kind of like across America and stuff. It's so interesting to look into that stuff. Definitely want to visit there next time I go to California. It seems really cool. But these guys are just so awesome. So they look kind of like bush dogs if they were shaped a little bit more like a normal wolf. And of course they do howl, as you hear right now, which is absolutely adorable. But yeah, these guys also come with some very cool skins. You can see that we have this normal one right here, which has its beautiful bright orange. You have like these nice blacks and then a kind of whitish to yellow underbelly. And we also have some pure black individuals as well. I believe there's only 2 variations, but I could be wrong. Gaboy never skimps on this stuff. It's always so cool to see. But yeah, just a beautiful black skin with a little white tip on the tail. Very cool right there. It has kind of like this nice reddish hue to it. Really awesome, Gaboy. Amazing work. And let's check out these pictures too, because I believe Robustus takes these, and it's always so cool to see. But yes, really beautiful animal found all across continental United States, all the way down to kind of like Chile, Peru, all that stuff. Very cool. Now, we have a returning member of the Planet Zoo community. Everyone, welcome back Bongo Hardwood. He came back, and I now code his mods for him. Very excited to do it. But he decided to bring back one of his older animals. This is the water buck. This is specifically the common water buck. These guys are very cool, very iconic for kind of like their round circle on their butt. Very fun stuff right there. But they're just a really beautiful animal. Originally, I forget what it was based off of. I think it was like the Nyala or something. But since now we have the Nyalekwe from the Wetlands pack, Bongo actually updated the water buck to actually use that, so it's very cool to see. Also, keeping in mind, I'm not breeding these animals in this map today just to, you know, avoid any further crashing. I'm already very tired as it is. It's relatively late in the day for me. So I just wanted to get this done, if that's okay with you guys. So we are moving on right now. And you might also notice that my aspect ratio is fixed. I finally got myself a new computer monitor, so I'm very happy with that. Now, this is the Tylosaurus. This one is badass. Of course, this one is made by, I want to say it right, Doc589. Really, really beautiful work on this one. So we don't get too many paleo mods nowadays, but the ones that we do are always so quality. I know that we get so many awesome ones like from Narwhaler and stuff, but it's really awesome whenever a new player joins the scene. And Doc did exactly that, and he even went back to update his Tylosaurus as well. Intense, amazing swimming animations right here. It is so cool to see. But the latest update of the Tylosaurus kind of brought in some different stuff. I'm going to pull up kind of like the list of what he actually fixed up on it right now. But yeah, it's really beautiful. I know the eyes are the big thing. It's so good. Stuff like the AO texture has been updated, which I'm not really sure about what that even is, and I'm a modder myself. But the AO texture, the diffuse maps, roughness textures, it looks incredible because of all that stuff. It actually looks like a real reptile to me. Like, it's insane to see. The eyes as well. Hand-painted eyes, really beautiful stuff right there. Really intensely incredible model, and I'm very happy to see all these updates to it. It's really freaking beautiful. Always happy to see that stuff. Moving on in here, we are going to take a little trip to South America as we visit the Linnaeus two-toed sloth. I teamed up again. This is partly also Gaboy's help as well to help get the texture and model looking good, but I actually reached out to TNT, who did like all the dinosaur mods, as a way to help me rig this back to the sloth. I just couldn't do it myself. I was going absolutely berserk trying to do it, so I was like, hey, let's phone a friend. So this is the Linnaeus two-toed sloth. It's probably the most common sloth in captivity, so you can usually tell them apart. It's relatively difficult for me sometimes, but the Linnaeus usually has a more black nose and not really a ring around the face, which we'll see on the Hoffmans in a little bit. But they also do have those two toes, which is very fun to see. But yeah, just a really beautiful animal. Unfortunately, right now we're kind of waiting on Inaki to get back so we could actually release the walkthrough habitat version of these guys. But for the time being, we're kind of just waiting on him to kind of get back and fix up Axie before we can do that. Then we could start to get stuff like scaling and stuff. Wouldn't that be cool, Mr. Sloth? Yeah, I know. Alright. Moving on from there, though, we are going to actually look at the other sloth, too. Why not? This is a Hoffman's two-toed sloth. It is less common than the Linnaeus, but still more common than the three-toed sloth. So you can see that these guys are able to climb up trees, kind of like the koala. Obviously, they're based on the koalas, so I would use the eucalyptus trees if you guys do install them. They have the best animations with eucalyptus trees, so it's just very cool to see. His hand is kind of going through his head right now, but again, we're working with what we have. But he's just so handsome. Check this guy out. Again, Gaboy helped out with the texture in the model. TNT helped out with the rigging, and it's just cool to see. They have very slight variations, so you can oftentimes get these slightly greener individuals, which kind of works because sloths are known to kind of grow moss on them, which is kind of fun to see. But yeah, really fun to be able to update this guy. This guy is updated, so you probably didn't notice it even changed. But I sneakily updated it, so that was right there. And this guy's the new species right over here. Look at them go. They're so cute. Moving on from there, Ginger is back as well, and Ginger brought with him the black-necked crane. This one is beautiful. Just a very simple change, well, a couple of simple changes, but still so incredible. Check out that very close detail. So cool. But it is based off the red crown crane, and now I think we actually have most, if not all, of the crane species in Planet Zoo, which is just very fun to see. I don't know. I always like it whenever we finish like an animal group, because it's like, oh man, now we have everyone. It's kind of like Thanos with the Infinity Stones. I don't know, it's just so cool. But yeah, very cool animal over here. Not too common in captivity, but still a very cool rarity to have. Definitely love having, like, you know, the rarities as modded animals, especially when you have simple changes, kind of like the cranes and stuff and flamingos. Just cool to see that stuff. I don't know, I like it. Moving on from there, though, we have, how many more? Yeah, we have 2 more. We have the wattled crane, known definitely for their waddle right there. They're so cool. Oh my gosh, Ginger, you got it to work so well. But yeah, these guys have a little waddle on their neck, which is very cool to see. Kind of like double downs right there, which is very cool. But yeah, where are these guys from? I don't know. I've seen them like once or twice before. Alright, so they're from Africa. That's actually pretty cool. I did not know that. Really cool crane though. Very beautiful. I love the long train on it. I don't know. Incredible work, Ginger. Always happy to see it. Moving on from here though, we have one last remaster. Our only remaster this week that actually worked. sorry, good boy. This is the Black Rhinoceros remaster by Narwhaler, of course. Narwhaler always does some very cool remasters. But this one fixes up some choice issues with the Black Rhino. I have my kind of little cheat sheet pulled up on the side of me now. So you can see that we have new variants, which is very cool. So we have a few dusty brown variants. We have some darker variants. We have some lighter variants. Always awesome to see that stuff. But you might notice some very slight changes on the model. The tummy is tucked a little bit more, which is cool to see. The back is kind of fixed a bit more as well, so it's a little bit more arched. And I believe there are some fixes with the horns as well. Nothing really too crazy, but always those very slight changes always help to create a more beautiful model in the end. So that is it, my friends. I hope you guys enjoyed the mod showcase this week. Again, I apologize for my low energy, but I hope you guys will be okay enough to forgive me for that. But either way, thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you guys have been enjoying like the channel content as of late. Having a lot of fun experimenting with like all the shorts and like real YouTube, kind of like real life videos of like zoo tours and stuff. Maybe I'll do one on like all of Roger Williams, kind of like a long form format. Maybe I'll do that. That's actually kind of what I want to do. All right, hell yeah. I'll manifest it right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to end it right here with our rhino friends. Hope you guys have the most wonderful of wonderful days, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye.